Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. I would like to thank you for stopping by Healing Inner Child Wound Conversations with Z. I'm Rita, or Zuri Bibi, as my friends know me. Um, I came on today. I was going to come on earlier, but today was a weird day. Um, we can talk about it because if I'm experiencing it and you're part of my collective, you're experiencing it. Um, I was doing some shadow work. Well, actually, I started the shadow work last night, and a lot came out. And I had to stop the message because it was a lot. It was a lot that needed to be cleared. A lot was explained that who, what, when, and why, and how come. A lot came up, and it was a lot. I was overwhelmed for a second with the information that came out. And so I stopped the message. I stopped it. Well, I stopped that part of the reading. And it was deep. Um, when I came back on this morning, and I had every intention to finish the reading, clear my energy space, come back on earlier, and do a reading for the collective, that did not happen. The other reading, the reading today, was longer. It literally pulled out, where is it at? I can tell you some of what it said. Let's go back here. And I had a vision as well. Let's go back. Okay. Something else. Okay, I had asked myself a few questions, and what I asked myself was, let's go to that one. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Why does my heart feel so heavy? Because I had listened to a reader, and they explained something that I understood, and so I asked, because once you get a trigger, once you get a message on something that you can work on, that you are in alignment with, um, you need to do the healing work. You need to clear that shadow, bring your shadow in so they can show you what you need to see. And I'll just tell you half of the cards I got. I pulled 6: masquerade, sacrifice, and artificial heart. That was how they wanted to program me. They wanted to program me to not be in my true identity, continually sacrifice my wants and my needs for others, and eventually not even be in alignment with my heart. My heart will be official. So, and it has something to do with I put up here. And it kind of threw me for a minute. So a lot of you if you followed my channel for a while, I have been abused. I'm an abused child, and so and I remember a lot of this stuff. I've been gaslit. Now that I know what gaslight light means, they got. I grew up in a household of gaslighters, um, and that was after my father died. So from the age of 8.5 until I was gaslit a lot. I was abused mentally, physically, sexually, psychologically. It was just a lot of things that was done. And I know if I wouldn't if I had known all this was going to go on, I would not have agreed to this assignment. But I am coming out of it. I'm understanding things now. And but it's still shocking because I have children and they're adults now. So I have to deal with the idea that in my wounding I probably messed them up a little bit too. But that was when I didn't know. So I'm trying to clear some things up so that they don't have to fully deal with my damage that I unknowingly did. The things that the hierophant, the traditions, the rituals, all of those things that are in the family lineage that were put onto me that somehow I started putting onto them, because I can tell when I stopped. I can tell when I said, wait a minute, we're not doing this anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I just stopped doing it. And so I know the healing was taking place before I even knew anything about tarot, anything about my inner child, anything about my higher self, anything about any of that stuff. If anything, all I knew was Jesus, God, and the Holy Spirit. Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. That's what I knew. And a lot of that was damaging, but I can say I align with the Holy Spirit. I do align with that. Now, getting back to what I was saying, this is going to be a long reading because we're already almost 8 minutes in. After I saw today, when I pulled the cards up for today, because it was a lot for me to even swallow yesterday. I ended up I asked, how do I get out of this? How do I move forward? And I received the Chariot, the Emperor, and the Ace of Swords. And it had other cards in between there, but I was being told that I will be able to move forward and take ownership, sovereignty over my life once I get the clarity. Clarity of what? I didn't ask that question. I stopped at that point. So this morning, then I asked, what did my ancestors have to say? My spirit guides, and they told me. They told me my emotions were manipulated by the devil, and it was constantly putting burdens on me to make me feel like I had to defend myself. Devil energy, 9 of baskets, 7 of sticks, 10 of sticks. But then at the end, it was the King of Knives. But I began to understand, even though that devil energy was affecting my emotions, trying to make me feel like I had to constantly defend myself and carry other people's burdens, the light began to switch on, and the King of Knives came in. My ability to think for myself came up. Other cards came up, but I won't discuss that. That's my That's but I'm telling you these cards because if I'm dealing with this, you've dealt with this in some way, shape, and form. So I pulled up. Um, I pulled up this deck, and I'll tell you all of this because this was deep too. The letter card came up, and the thief card came up. The letter, it was a wealthy man, was concerned about something about court, and it was clarified by the thief card. So the thief card came up again, and it said high honor, mature man, family room, distant horizons, expectations, but then it was clarified by a thief card. Totally different deck. I used this deck and Kipper. So there was some manipulation stealing going on. Now, at the bottom, there was a magnifying glass and a heart card that came up. But it was funny because when the magnifying glass came up and the woman, the half-dressed woman, because it's two women in this deck, that woman came up. So I was told to really look at our energy. And when I clarified that card, the woman holding the rose came up. So there is somebody being false now. I already told you that the shadow cards wanted me to lie about who I was. They wanted me to be this half-dressed woman, and I needed to look at that. So you all need to look at that. When I'm truly the woman holding the rose, the woman holding the rose is, of course, the Empress. And there's a heart there as well. So it's a lot going on. A lot of laws came up. I won't discuss that, but it all was about fear. All of this was about fear of some type of change. So a lot of you may be dealing with that as well. I'm going to talk about this. No. I'm going to leave it. If I'm dealing with that, you're dealing with it too. As you can tell, I changed the room around. No, I didn't change the room. I changed the camera around. I'm hoping that I like this. I have the windows open a little bit, so you're going to hear kids screaming in the background. I have already asked for prayer and protection today. If you come to this space at any time, this is timeless. You are protected. You have every layer of protection that I'm asking for. This is the last of whatever this is that attacked me. And it's funny because I'm turning on another light. Let's see if this will help. That might actually help. I noticed as soon, this is another message, as soon as I started making investments in myself, I don't know if I mentioned it on the channel. I haven't mentioned it I mentioned it to one family member, but I'm getting Invisalign. As soon as I started taking steps to take care of myself and then going to the chiropractor and all this other stuff, my voice, I was attacked where I couldn't talk for a minute. I mean, I literally couldn't talk. I was like, wow, 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 wow. And then with yesterday's reading, I can't post it the way that I used to. I thought that it's interesting. They've changed because I use a device to record, and then I have my own personal device. I try not to use my personal device for anything dealing with YouTube. I mean, I may comment on it. You know, if you post if you say something, I'll go on and I'll heart it, and I may say something, but I don't use that phone for anything with YouTube. There is how do I say this? They take your energy, because I've noticed since I've been doing what I'm doing, I'm getting all these woo-woo messages about, oh, call this psychic person, blah, blah, blah. So I know if I use that phone, it would be even worse. I use this phone, and this phone is not, I can't dial out on this phone. So, yeah. What else do I want to talk about? About a week or so ago, when I was really dealing with my throat, not being able to really speak, I was headed to work because I wore a mask to work, but I was on my way to work, and then I was getting all these downloads, but I was driving and I couldn't write them down. But what I do remember of them is that I am being told that I need to speak on my own personal experiences as I do these messages, because that will help me get in alignment with you all. Speak from experience. So that's what I will begin doing now. What else? Where is it at? This might have something to do with the message today. It says, my child, keep well thy tongue and keep thy friend. So it's something about how you speak to people, how you communicate to people. And it has something to do with friendship. Now, I don't know this, but this could be that someone did not do that with you. We don't know yet. The reason why I actually started the video was because I said, okay, I'm going to clean these cards, do a reading for the collective, and I pulled out a rune deck I have. I don't think I used this deck on my channel in a long time. I have two rune decks. I have one that looks like the original runes, and then I have a modern rune, and I used the modern rune deck today. So one of those cards popped out, but at the same time I pulled out the universal law deck, and two cards fell out. And so I stopped because we're going to start with those. And then I'm going to pull a shadow for you all. What fell out first was, I mind my own business as I do not know what other people's game plan is. I stop playing God. I concentrate on my plan and be the living example. Basically what they saying is they stay in their own lane. What you doing for you is what's for you, and they have no desire to interfere. That is, if you mind your own business, you can set the example for others. So if you're constantly interfering in others' affairs, you're not minding your own business, you're minding someone else's business. And by you minding someone else's business, your business is running ragged. You should focus on yourself. When you focus on yourself, then you can be the example for others who are struggling. The other card that came out is the AAA card. It's a powerful tool, and I believe it. It's acknowledge. Acknowledge is A. It's the triple A. Acknowledge, appreciate, and allow. So when you acknowledge something, you accept. You accept what has happened. You know you can't change it, but you accept it. You're going to acknowledge that it happened and keep it moving. Then you're going to appreciate. You're going to appreciate every situation is giving me lessons for me to learn. So whatever happened to you, accept it, but learn from it. Appreciate the lesson that you're getting from it. Then allow. When you can fully acknowledge and accept, then you can allow. When you truly understand what acknowledgement and appreciation is and how I benefit from it, I am then approving it. Approving. So it's acknowledge, appreciate, and approve. Allow. It should be the quad. Once you go through a situation and you understand it and accept it, when you accept it, then you can look at the lesson and appreciate and learn from the lesson from whatever happened. Then you can approve it. You can approve it. And not only can you approve it, you can teach others from it. And I say that, as I say that, the card that popped out, somebody is stuck. You see how they look like they're stuck in traffic. It's a sunny day, everything is good, but you're stuck in traffic, and this is you. Shadow. Somebody's stuck in their shadow. So they're not approving, they're not acknowledging, they're not appreciating, and they're not approving. And you're probably not minding your own business. Oh, this is the wrong one. Let me read what this means so you can understand. It has something to do with stasis. I know that much. Frozen. Ice. This card is associated with ice and frozen water and generally indicates a blockage, a standstill. Or a lack of action in some area of your life. This could be a loss of physical energy or a mental fog or a psychological block that paralyzes you. This stasis will likely cause frustrating delays in your life. But instead of fighting the obstacle, this card advises you to stay calm and conserve your energy. Sometimes there is nothing you can do but wait for a change in the circumstances. Bide your time, because the ice will melt. As far as relationships are concerned, this card points to icy tension and possible conflict that feels like it cannot be resolved. There is an urgent need for objectivity and concentration now. You need to decide whether you are going to invest any more of your warmth and energy into a certain relationship to see if the ice will thaw, or if it is time to gently and calmly let it drift away. They have 4 words in dark that are really standing out. Standstill, stasis, obstacle, conflict, and concentration. There's something you need to work on with that. And I see all the chakras, colors here. Yep. So whatever this blockage is affecting you some way, shape, and form. Now, I haven't decided how I was going to put these cards out, but I may do it like this. We'll see. I didn't get that far when I was in the planning stages of this rearrangement. What I will say is, I don't know if I said it earlier, when I was burning my sage to clear the room, the whole bundle burned away. It burned from the inside out. This is how I know that there's something major, some kind of major blockage needed to happen. It was something going on that needed to happen. Um, and I feel it. I felt it in my heart chakra as well. I felt the heaviness. And once I did my own personal reading, I did feel the lightness of it leave me, but I can still feel it. I know that it's something trying to hang on. Can I have a message for the collective? What do they need to work on? 2 came out. Forgetting oneself. You are a child of the divine, but they want you to forget yourself. Bride in the cage. Somebody might be trapped in some kind of relationship that's not healthy. She ain't even, the dress still got a price tag on it. This has been going on for a long time. They want you to stay alone in the world. Can't make it up. I knew it. Forgetting yourself and bride in the cage. These are single entities, and it's a masculine and a feminine. My ears are ringing. But with this masculine, I see color. I see yellow and orange. He's some type of being. I don't know what he is. He's not human though. He might be an elf, but I can't see his ears all the way. But there is some kind of covering over your eye. But you don't need to use that eye. You use your third eye. And this bride, this is just total darkness. It's like somebody put a hex to blockage. Somebody put a hex to block you. And are all the pictures like that? Yeah. They want you to be alone. When you are never alone. Never. Ever, ever, ever alone. Even if you don't see anybody, in your eyesight, you're never alone. You have an ancestor. You have a spirit guide, archangel, the divine. Somebody is an alien. You got somebody around you. But they don't want you to know that. They want you to be frozen. Ice cold. Ice cold. You have to be ice cold to stay in this energy. You have to be ice cold to forget who you are. What's going on with this spirit? Sudden wealth. Sudden wealth. If you forget who you are, somebody else will get your sudden wealth. It's always money. It's just ridiculous. somebody is minding your business. In a relationship, there's that bride over there. They want to keep you in the cage. So this could also be that somebody is trying to marry you, not the right person. They want to keep you in the cage because you got money. You are of high lineage, spiritual lineage, and somebody knows. What else? Anything else? You get one more try and then that's it. Okay. Inner child. This is something from your childhood. They want to keep you in despair. And this could be you, the mature man, but this could be the people that are doing it. These people want you to forget who you are and keep you locked away so that you can forget who you are. There's money here. I believe this is what's been going on since you've been a child. A lot of people, I didn't pull that deck out. I didn't. After the reading I did for myself, I had to either, if I put this other deck out, I would probably not do any more readings. I have an intention to do one more after this. But I see a situation where abuse was done, mental abuse. I don't see physical, and it could be sexual abuse too, because I see her out here like this, out in the open. So somebody could have been prostituted out for this great fortune. I always say, I've been saying this, a divine one, your sexual energy is very potent. People can manifest like that off of your sexual energy. And when people when they realize you are a divine one, especially when you are a child, wow, this is what they wanted for you. It's a community in the house. But something's changing. Let me get back to it. When people understand that you are a divine one, they, as a child, you don't know what gifts you have. You don't know. It's just a lot. It's a lot. You know, you hear these stories of people marrying kids off, keeping them locked up because of their wealth. I didn't believe it. I didn't understand that. But as I've been on this journey, I'm seeing stuff that just blows my mind. I can tell you for a fact, for me, there was money for me, but my mother spent it and drank it and smoked it up. I mean, the most we had was a roof over our head. She didn't want to give us money. And when I say us, I have a sibling, a younger sibling. We got the bare food, clothing, and shelter. But It was always money for cigarettes, liquor. Well, let's keep going. What's going on with this sudden wealth? People are sighing. They are just so excited about this. Somebody could have purchased a home off of you because of this wealth. They were in heaven. Anything else? There's misfortune coming to these people. And they are in despair now. Why are they in despair? They want to be friends now. Okay, so this lover is in reverse. They are melancholy. They are depressed. These are the people that was doing stuff to you. Now they want to say they faithful. Something has happened. Some kind of misfortune happened. I'm not the type of reader to go into all of that. I mean, it may come out late. When I pull the tarot out, it may tell us. But I'm just telling you, giving you a storyline of what's going on. And here's this mature man here. And it's a 5, so it could be an emperor. It could be a father figure. What's going on with that? I'll take it. Let's deal with this first. Oh my God. You know what that is. And here is the feminine energy. She's in sorrow. He might have did it. You never know. Over a wedding, I told you. Over the fact that they put somebody in a cage. Something about some type of service. And something about some money. They did something to get that money. They did something to get that money. And it's some type of misfortune has happened. And somebody is going to prison. If they didn't do what the picture showed they did, somebody passed away. And I have a message about this sudden wealth and this sighing. It's a woman on the bottom. That could be you. People want to extend a helping bridge now and be faithful. But something has ended. And I told you over there was going to be a change. What is this misfortune? This despair. Time. The vine was waiting. What is this? This in reverse. Oh, wow. Can't make it up. Something has ended. A ring has a ring has been given back. The jig is up. They thought they were being slick. It's done. What is this, mature man? Time is coming back again. Wow. Can't make this shit up. Rats. Anything that you don't want rats around you, they eat up, they chew up everything. They mess up everything. And these were a bunch of rats. Everybody was wearing a mask. The masks have come off. This is wearing a mask. They've revealed, the rats have revealed who they are. A lot of dark clouds, dark energy. This is what has happened to some of you all. So what they wanted to do for you in your childhood has put them in a mental prison and has caused a lot of endings for them. This is the first part of the reading. They wanted you alone in the world, but when you in jail, you by yourself. And when you die, you by yourself. So, oh, that's where that comes from. I wrote it down and I didn't talk about it. Earlier, I channeled a song and I couldn't find it on YouTube, but it was by Tom Jones. I remember hearing him sing it. What goes up must come down. Something like that. And I couldn't find that. But May's What Goes Up came. And so somebody's reaping what they've sown. This frozen, keeping you frozen, they're going to be frozen. When you die, when you become stiff, you're frozen. And I don't mean to be grim like that, but that's what came to my mind. These people wanted that energy for you, and it's being returned back to them. Now, what is this? This is the journey card. Let me get it right because I'll read what it says. The Sacred Traveler. That's what this is. A lot of you are overcoming obstacles. I'm going to take that one. I'll pour two more. What else? First light. I'm going to do this like this. You may have fellow travelers with you. Wondrous universe. Okay, I'll read them. A lot of you have infinite abundance, and I say that because of your ancestry book. Um, Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Anything. You can overcome it. But there is work to be done. You have to deal with mental programming, mental abuse, mental manipulation. And it starts in the house. Well, actually it starts in the womb, but I don't know. I'm not getting into that. Because the energy that your parent, your mother was in while they carried you, it's the first programming that you receive. It programs your body, your brain, and everything because you develop inside her. So, however she was feeling affects you. But you can overcome anything. And right now, because you're leaving, getting out of a cycle, you're in first light. You're beginning a new cycle, a cycle of mental abuse is here. And fellow travelers, you have support all around you. Like I said earlier, you might not need the book. You have your spirit guide, your spirit team, your ancestors, angels. You have guides. You know, even though you don't see them, they're around. I mean, they're here in the room with me right now. I know. You're never alone. And I know I'm not alone also because, if you've come to my channel, I was visited. That's how I got on this journey. I was visited by somebody on my team. I guess they said, we need to come check on her. And they came on down. And they want you to know that you are in a wondrous universe. Walk in beauty. You see, this is I don't want to call him a warlock, but he could be. But he's a magician. You could create your reality. I see yellow, orange, blue, purple, red, orange, chakras. And what's on the bottom? Oh, abundance is pouring into your life. Yep. Excuse me. I'll do that one. Wondrous universe. You live in a beautiful and wondrous universe. You are a beautiful being. Take time to see and cherish the wonders of life wherever you go. It transforms your life. There is remarkable beauty within you. Simply acknowledging it allows it to surface even more. The time you take to create beauty in your home will manifest in your life. In Native traditions, walking in beauty means to honor all the natural cycles of life and to experience a sacred communion with the Creator in all things, including oneself. There's always beauty around you and within you. The sacred traveler constantly looks for and embraces the majestic, wondrous universe in all forms. You can hear it in the song of an early morning bird. You can smell it in the aroma of freshly baking bread. And you can see it in the way the clouds float across the sky. The more you seek beauty, the more it will find you, and the more you will find yourself in a beautiful world. If you noticed in the deck, the cards beforehand, everything was dark. Everything was dark. But if you notice, everything is in color now. The beings want you to constantly be in that dark energy. But they're going to be in that energy now. This is the wisdom oracle. What is the wisdom you're going to get from this? You're in regeneration mode. I'm going to keep that. Because regeneration means rebirth. Let me pause for a second. All right, I'm back. My little starseed baby, grandbaby. I don't have no babies. Is over. So let's see what the oracle wisdom of the oracle has to say about this. Not taking notes because somebody tried to. I felt my hand being pushed. I don't like being manipulated. What is the collective learning from this? Thinker, 44. "43, deep knowing. 39, new life. 40, they're getting you ready to co-create. 40, 40 is a 4. That's your stability on the earthly plane. First card is 44. Look up your angel numbers. You'll see what that means for you. Strategy, being analytical and logical. So now, the ability to reason and strategize is the focus now. Take things at face value and follow the logical path. Your calculations will prove to be correct. For in this instant or this moment, there is no deeper meaning than what is obvious. Things are exactly as they seem. You have all the information you need. Keep it simple and you will win the game of life you're playing right now. So, if you, how can I say this? Stay focused. Stay focused because you have a deeper knowing. Intuition, listening to the oracle within, empathy, hypersensitivity. Intuition is the faculty that allows you to enter into dialogue with Source, the consciousness that you are a part of but cannot see with the naked eye. I told you, even though you think you are alone, you're not alone. It's perplexing that people are taught to ignore this natural capacity to navigate their journeys, to access their inner guidance. Know that you have an ability to read between the lines and find all the truth that was missing when the story was told. This deep knowing allows you the open door to wisdom far greater than what is available in the limitations of human experience. You're given information that may make no sense whatsoever to the logical mind or the 5 senses, but which is 100% correct and true. The trick is to listen and then act accordingly. You're now invited into this sacred dialogue of deep knowing. So tune in and trust your vibes. They will be right. Ask and you will receive answers from unusual sources. I told you. You got your spirit guide, spirit team, the divine all around you. What I'm thinking is that a lot of you were trained to be thinkers. You weren't taught to use your intuition. And that was done on purpose. Part of it was because of that money. They kept you locked up. They kept you from learning who you really were. But now that you are understanding this, now you can have a new life. And that is 39. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. Even if you are 99 years old, you still can have a new life after dealing with whatever was going on. When spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song. And nature is full of promise. Miracles beckon on all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortune. You have a new beginning after dealing with that obstacle, whatever was going on in your life from your childhood. Now, let me do it this way. These are the what is this deck called? Oh, this isn't it. It's the Abraham Hicks deck. Getting to the core, the vortex. Getting to the vortex. What is what are they learning? What should the collective know about this? What are they? What do you have to say about this? I can get from an unwanted to a wanted relationship. And it has a lot of blues, greens, grays. This is from Source. And there is an I there. There's energy radiating. As you walk away from one unpleasant situation, the law of attraction will bring another that feels very much like it, and usually quickly. You just cannot get there from there. To get where you want to be, to that place of feeling better, you have to reach for alignment between you and you. Getting yourself feeling good before you take action is always the best process. For when you do not feel good, you cannot be inspired to any action that will solve the problem. Let me break this down. The law of attraction, you can only attract what you are. So if you don't know who you are, where is that? If you don't know who you are alone in the world, that's all you're going to manifest. Is more alone in the world. You have to do the shadow work to raise your vibration. That means you have to clear all the mental lies and manipulations that have been done to you in order for you to raise your vibration. But the powers that be don't want you to raise your vibration. When I say raise your vibration, you're regenerating yourself. All this negativity, you are clearing it away, raising your vibration, your emotional vibration, your physical vibration, everything. You're raising those vibrations. In order to be able to do that, well, after you do that, then you will be able to co-create with the divine. And what I mean by co-create, that means bring in what you desire, not bring in the negativity into your life, whereas the stuff you desire actually goes to someone else. Because that's what's been happening. The energy that you thought was coming to you has been cut off somewhere and is going to somebody else. And they're giving you their negative energy. So you need to do the work for you to even be able to take advantage of this abundance. It's coming into your life, but you need to align with it. You can't still be in the negative energy, the negative mindset, and still receive those blessings. I want to see something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. I'm going to pull from here. You need to trust. You need to trust more, so that you are either in this stage or this stage of your transformation, your regeneration. You have to trust it, though. It's going to be painful. You're going to have to go through a lot of you're going to have to shape shift. You're going to have to shape shift around shape shifters, because as soon as you begin to heal, the powers that be, they're going to shape shift and try to change, make you feel like you're wrong, or make you feel like you're crazy, or make you feel like you're doing the wrong thing. Have compassion for yourself. There is a healthy form of desire waiting for you. Go within. You see that crown? This is Empress energy. She came out. Trust. Go within. Leadership. You are a leader. Most leaders are attacked. Can't make it up. It's the truth. Most leaders are attacked because the people that lead often are not leaders. Dream. I have it blocked right now, but it says listen to your dreams. Listen to your dreams. You need to dream. That's using your childlike energy. And also staying in silence so that you can get these keys, the keys to your mind. Keys that will open doors to other realms full of information for you. Hold on a moment. Yeah. You need to get in silence. Because a lot of times, the other thing that they do, they have you constantly moving, whereas you don't have time to think. And that's done on purpose. Because the minute you get quiet, then all the things that you need come to you. Your spiritual team, they come and help. Or they try to anyway. Now we're into the tarot, and we're already an hour and 4 minutes into this. I should have closed my door, but that's okay. What is the message for this collective concerning everything that we've discussed thus far? Two of Wands. Plans, partnership, influence. That's what you need to do. You need to make plans, to take action. Wands are action words, action cards. And you may have to do it under the moon. And you may have people that are trying to make plans off of you under the moon. Chariot. Yep. Plans to move forward. Journey, success, progress. And we are in the year of the Chariot. King of Pentacles. You're moving toward becoming reliable, visionary, and generous. Whereas people were taking from you, now you're going to be generous to others. And you're going to have a lover. You're making the decision to be that way. Can I have a card for the Two of Wands? The Star. Guiding light, inspiration, faith, hope, miracles, infinite energy. You're taking actions, and the Star is going to help you. Ace of Swords. Success, change, and decisions and actions. So you're going to be doing all these things. And then there's the Queen of Pentacles. Loyal, charming, wise, loving. You're balancing out your masculine and feminine energy on the earthly plane. And it's going to allow your wheel of fortune to turn in your favor. Chariot. Okay. Ace of Pentacles. You're moving toward prosperity, property, and beginnings. This is a pentacle. You got the King and Queen of Pentacle here, so it's normal for this card to fall out. You're moving towards some type of abundance. Eight of Swords. Frustrated, anxiety, trapped. This is where they had you, but you're not in that energy anymore. They're in that energy. Seven of Swords. Theft, dishonesty. This has come to light. And that's why they're in their energies. Death is on the bottom. Think something has ended. Transformation, new beginnings, endings, change. It's a lot of change, a lot of new beginnings. And on the bottom, you have the Ace of Wands. Career, beginnings, and travel. You're gonna have a lot going on here. King of Pentacles. Can I have a card for the King? Oh, okay. There we go. Ten of Pentacles. All right. Inheritance, family, property. King and Queen. You are balancing out your energies. This is you. The King and Queen of Pentacles is, it could be a man and a woman. It could be someone else. But this reading is about you. You're balancing out your energies. You're learning lessons, understanding lessons. And it's going to help you end the cycle. There's the World. Reward, success, completion. You've completed a major cycle. And you're naked in that picture, but you don't care about it. The other one, you didn't, you had your back turned. Where is it at? I'll show you. You had your back turned there because you were ashamed. You facing forward now because you don't care. You showing it off. Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. On the bottom is the King of Wands. Motivator. Honor. Standards. Wisdom. You've learned something from this situation. Last message, and then we're going to shut it down. I think that's all the cards I pulled out for this reading. I knew it was going to be long, but it's worth it. Can I have a message? Knight of Swords. You're learning. You are learning. You're reading. The light bulb is going off. And you are just tiptoeing on a sword and not cutting yourself. You're using your mental, your mind to help you solve things. And these words are sprinkling off the book. And it's like it's going into her mouth. She'll be able to speak on what she's learning. This card used to, I did not like this card. It was scary because he was so gorgeous. But I don't see it in a negative way now because I'm understanding. The devil is beckoning you to come look at your shadow. Come look at how you've been treated. Come look at all of that stuff. Come look at how he was binding you. Because once you learn it, it can't handle control of you because you know what it is. Queen of Wands. You're making things happen. This is the witch. It's a good one, though. You have the power. You know how to make it happen. You see she's looking at the flame and it's not burning her. Shining a light. It's like a beacon. You're going to be able to shine a beacon for others. And that beacon is going to allow you to move forward, and it's going to allow others to come towards you. Got two. Okay. Knight of Swords. Running toward higher ground. Because he looked like he running to get on that motorcycle so that he can keep going. And that's his guide. That's his guide right there. He's rushing in. Rushing somewhere. Let's see. Some kind of action. Rushing towards something that you took action on. Two of Wands. Wasn't that? Yep. Two of Wands was in the other card. You're looking out the window now. You're holding on to your wand because you know something is coming. Something's coming towards you. You're moving away from this Five of Cups energy. It had you in a deep hole, but you could see the light. As I look at this, I can see these, it's on this crack. These three cups were going on. So, well, actually, there's one crack there, and then there's two cups on that crack. So there was something that you loved that went sour, and then somebody else's cup went sour, and you're pouring out that cup. You don't want that cup. And that cup came from whatever you're regenerating yourself from. You're overcoming this obstacle from this cup. But you have your own cup full of your magic. And that's what's going to allow you to overcome the obstacles. I just looked at this and I realized that there's a sword in this. Looks like a peach. You're going to be slicing and dicing some things. Okay. What are you learning? What does the Page of Swords have to say? Page of Swords is learning about justice, a balance, a balancing out of some situation. Whatever, oh, okay. And it has something to do when you were young, and it has something to do with money. And that is your will. That is your mandala, your wheel of fortune. You were very creative in something. And the powers that be knew it and they took it. It's coming back. For this Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is seeing things from the past. Inner child work. Shadow work. And by doing this, you'll receive a gift of Ace of Cups from the Divine. New beginning. And you're regenerating. What are you running towards? You're running towards something you're creating. And when I say the magician, you're creating it. You're not creating it off of someone else. This is your own creation, what you were meant to do here. Like look, they playing. The Ace of Wands is here. I'm going to put it out since it fell out. Ace of Wands. This magician is using this Ace of Wands, and you're going to be able to run towards some new creative idea, whatever it is. And you're going to have to defend yourself, but you are protected. Don't worry about it. Oh, okay. It's coming. Okay, Two of Wands. Somebody's looking out. This is a relationship card. And it's funny because she's holding her wand, but there is another wand right there. So there is a counterpart probably coming. Not sure about this yet. There's another card here coming. Okay. Counterpart. So, whoever this person was, this ending, you've completed a cycle. Whoever comes in your life is not going to be in this energy of lying, cheating, stealing. You have healed that for a source. You have healed that. You've healed that. So you have a new pentacle coming to you. And this is because you went to you didn't run away from your shadow. And you gained the truth. You learned the actions that were taken towards you and had you stuck. Could have been a King of Pentacles doing it, but we're not getting into that. All right, this has been a very long reading. Wow, 120, 1 hour and 21 minutes. I want to thank you for stopping by Healing Inner Child Wound Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri BB, and we'll be back. I may do one more reading, and then I'll be done for the night. If you have any questions whatsoever, you can email me at healingconversationswithz@gmail.com. I may begin, I wrote it, I said I may start doing personal readings because I used to do them sporadically for people. But I'm seeing that it's a lot of people that are dealing with wounds and they don't understand how, they don't see them. They don't know how to deal with them or how to access them or even the first step to take if they understand them. So send me an email and we can talk. But I would like to thank you all. You all take care. Peace.